Giovanni, what's going on, champ?
Hey, how's it going?
All good. Damn, you looking like you deep in camp right now. Growing the beard and the
I am, man.
mustache out?
Yeah. We're couple weeks out now.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm in a bit of a rock and a hard place. Obviously, we've been interviewing you and getting to know you, and the same has been happening with Brian Norman Jr. But I do feel like you are the favorite, and rightfully so. Do you feel you're the favorite in this fight?
I think so. I think right now I'm being looked at as a favorite. Which is a change of pace compared to my last fight.
And do you feel like you've gotten enough time for preparation and notice for this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I knew I would be getting this date like around February. So I started already sparring and training and in camp since February. So it's been a long camp. I'm ready.
Now, Giovanni, I know you said that it was kind of change of pace from you being the favorite. Obviously, you were huge underdog in the road to the fight, plus 500. This one very different, minus 550. In my eyes, the bookies aren't even giving Brian Norman Jr. a shot. What are your thoughts on him? How much preparation, has to go into this camp? Is it another typical camp for you? And do you agree with the bookies more than anything? Do you think you're that many levels above him?
I do believe I'm on another level. I'm confident in what I can do. But I'm not paying attention to other people's opinion. I know what I got to do. I know that Brian Norman's a serious fighter. He's a good fighter. He's undefeated for a reason. So I'm taking this fight very, very serious. I'm training. This fight to me is the world title fight. So I'm training hard.
Now, uh, the boxing public would say that, Brian Norman hasn't looked the best in his last couple of outings on Top Rank. What would you say? Have you watched his last two fights or more? And what did you think of those performances?
I've seen a few of his previous fights. I still think he's a good fighter. I'm not gonna make the mistake of thinking that expecting him to come out the way he did in those fights. I'm pretty sure that he's looking at this fight like a huge opportunity for him. So I'm expecting the best version of Brian Norman. So I'm coming already.
Now, this fight has been offered to you, or at least talked about one fight before, correct? Or no?
No, this is the first time in
Funny
February.
because
Yeah.
I know for a fact that they have asked for this fight, but they, like I said, they just didn't look good
Mm.
the way they wanted to. So, knowing that, do you find it interesting that they still went and accepted this fight?
No, I think that they obviously want this fight because I'm undefeated too. I'm number one right now for WBO, so it's a lot for him to win. So I think he's weighing the risk and reward, and he feels that it'd be a fight that he could gain a lot from. But no, I'm not surprised at all.
Um, do you feel like it's a good turnaround time from your last fight with Alexis Rocha?
Yeah, I think it is. I would have loved the fight like back in March or something. But like I said, I got pretty early notice about this fight, being made for May 18th. So I started training early since, I'm always training, right? But we started stepping up back in February.
Now, obviously, working with a guy like Robert Garcia, I know it's all business down there, but just talk to us a little bit about the type of work you've been able to get, the type of sparring, and just what camp has been like thus far, with the fight only being 2 weeks away now.
It's been a great camp, man, because I'm really glad that I started as early as I did because I feel sharp. I feel like the more I'm sparring and staying busy, sparring other people and a lot of these young guys that are over there at Robert Garcia's gym, it's just allows me to stay sharp, and come in and feel a lot more confident. But training over there with Robert, I mean, it's a big plus that he has a lot of fighters, so I have a lot of people to work with, bigger, smaller, same size. So a lot of different styles as well. So I'm really happy and glad that I get a chance to train there with Robert Garcia.
It's funny you said bigger, and I was kind of questioning if you were not one of the biggest in that gym. Like obviously not Mirales, he's a heavyweight, but after
Mhm.
that, isn't it you who? Because Robert deals kind of under
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
47.
I mean he got what's my guy out of Milwaukee? Doesn't
Javier Martinez.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So for my fight with Rocha, I was sparring Javier Martinez a lot. You know, he's a middleweight. Right now, I've been sparring these other middleweight, another middleweight too, that he has. Um, he also has like Virgil Ortiz. I haven't sparred him for this camp, but Virgil Ortiz is there. I'm sure we'll get some working in the future, and we'll help each other out a lot.
Man, how was that? Obviously, I'm not looking for details or headlines, but I guess what I am looking for is for you to tell me that Javier doesn't have pop, because his record shows that he doesn't. But obviously, he's undefeated, and he's fighting Troy Isley. So,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
yeah, I know that.
Mm.
So, yeah, how would like is his power deceiving? Is the
I
question.
Yeah, I think so. I think so
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, because
Just
I
like
find it hard to
my
believe he
record
done got no
doesn't
pop.
show. Yeah, I mean, even my record, it doesn't look like I don't have like a 90% knockout ratio, but you see my last fight, you know what I can do. I'm confident in my power, and Javier, I think that's deceiving. I think he's got more power than people believe.
How do you see that fight playing out with him and Isley?
I think that'd be interesting, but I think Javier's got it, man. He's a good southpaw fighter. I think he's got that.
Hmm. Interesting, interesting. What's your thoughts on Jerron Boots Ennis crossing that street, man? He signed the Matchroom.
Oh, probably a good move, man. Probably more
Oh, you didn't know?
opportunity. I think I saw that. I think I saw that, man. But
Shout
yeah,
out to
yeah,
you. You're locked in, man.
yeah. I'm locked in, man. Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. That's good news. But yeah, I mean, he did sign the Matchroom. So yeah, what's your thoughts?
I mean, good opportunity, man. I honestly believe that that's a fight that I'm gonna see in the future for sure. I feel like it's gonna happen at some point. I'm hoping to get the WBO, and then maybe in the future unification bout or something. But that'd be a good fight.
What do you see about like what about your style you think suits a Jerron Ennis fight, and why do you believe you'll come out on top?
I'm I'm focusing mostly on this fight, man. But he's a really good fighter. The thing is, I believe in myself. I know what I can do. I train very hard. I'm gonna take it one fight at a time. But like I said, I believe that fight will happen in the future for sure. And once I start getting ready for him, then we'll start focusing on the game plan for that fight.
So you say you're focusing on Norman. Do you watch tape or do you let your team handle that?
Both, both, both. I watch the tape. I don't ever watch too much though. But I've seen like I did see his last fight. I just saw it live on TV. I saw the one that he had, I think, in November last year. And
Hmm.
like I was watching that one live.
Is there any version of the WBO on the line for this fight that you know of?
That I know of, no. I was told that it would be interim, but I haven't heard anything since. So that's what I was hoping for, at least interim, world title.
Giovanni, obviously, it's a hometown fight for you, man. Is there any added pressure? Any added, like I'm sure you'll have a lot of family, friends, a lot of people there. You're the co-main event of the day. Uh, in what's a huge day in boxing. I mean, starting in
Yeah.
Riyadh, and finishing in San Diego. I'm just curious, what this moment feels like for you.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I'm excited. I think it is a little bit of added pressure, man, but I think in a good way, man. It just makes me want to train even harder and stay focused in the gym, just taking it that much more serious.
Are you looking to steal the show? Obviously, put on a show for your hometown people.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to. I have to. I have to
Uh,
make it my night.
Sorry about that. I got a couple of questions from the people, and we'll get you out of here. We got hey champ, Ice here representing Youngstown, Ohio, and Bad News, VA. Look forward to your next performance. After seeing your last fight, I was wondering how much road work do you do during camp? Does mileage or altitude help?
I haven't been doing much altitude. I have been doing mileage, but I hit the track as well. Do some sprints. When I was younger, I used to run a lot more, but I kind of felt that for me it wouldn't transfer over into the ring necessarily. So I believe that a lot of my conditioning comes from sparring itself. Getting the rounds in the ring.
Yeah, a lot of people say that um, the more comfortable you are in sparring, the better your breathing is. But then there's the fighters and trainers that still want that road work out of you,
Mm.
which is you know, obviously no one likes freaking road work. We got Octo. He says, "Greetings, champ. What do you think are your greatest attributes in the ring?"
Man, I believe I have a really good jab. Also, my uppercuts I think are really good once I get them going. But for sure, once I get my jab going, I feel way more confident about throwing everything else. Because I'm able to control my distance a lot better.
I got Profound Dreamer that says, "Good luck versus Brian Norman Jr. Are you interested in becoming a unified 147-pound champion?"
Yeah, thank you. No, for sure, absolutely. Right now, my main focus is this fight. I was hoping it would be interim, but I don't know if it will be announced, as that. But if not, I want to get the world title after that, and then after that, we can for sure look for a unification. I would love that. I would love to stay here at 147 because there's also a lot of talent at 140 pounds, and I feel like a lot of those guys are big, and they're going to be moving up too as well to my weight class.
Absolutely. Ruin of 504 New Orleans says, "What do you know about Brian Norman Jr.?"
A good fighter. He seems to fight, likes to come forward and press the action, but at the same time, I've seen him box a little more and move more in and out, use his legs. So I don't know how he's gonna come out for this fight. It could be a fight where we stay a little more toe to toe, or he might decide to box a little more. So we've been working on all of that.
All right, we got Sir Boxton. "Congratulations, Giovani Santillan, on your victory over Alexis Rocha on a 6-round knockout. You look very sensational. My question for you is, when do you want to fight for the title, and what title would you like to fight for first?" You kind of answered
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, being number one right now for WBO, feel like that's the best shot I have right now at the title. Go for that one first, and then. But man, I mean, I would love that immediately after this if I can.
Treese in Toledo, Ohio says, "Would you give Adrian Broner a shot at your title? No, a shot at
Yeah,
your belt if he beats Blair Cobbs?"
yeah. I think that'd be cool. That'd be a good fight too.
All right.
Robert
Yeah,
Robert has very good success against Broner, so
Yeah.
yeah. That's it. Yeah.
James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. "What do you enjoy most about being with Robert Garcia Boxing Academy?"
The experience that he brings, he has a lot of experience. When he's in my corner, the way he's able to give instructions to me in a calm way, I'm able to process it a lot better, and I know what I got to go out there after I'm in the corner with him every time.
One Way Renzo says, "Hosted in San Diego. What's your dream fight for yourself? Who else would you want on the card?" Renzo out of Roswell,
Georgia.
Georgia.
I mean, dream fight. I mean, another fight that I've been thinking about a lot too, ever since I heard Ryan Garcia is moving up, possibly to 147. I think that'd be a great fight. I think it'd be a great opportunity to get a fight against him in the future. But I believe I have a higher chance of getting a fight like that if I have a WBO world title. So first thing I got to do is get that.
For sure. And I believe that is all of them. Do appreciate you, man, coming on. We look forward to watching this fight live. Let me see. Yep. That is actually, we got one came in late from James in Atlanta. No question, just motivation. Stay healthy, champ. The
Mm.
belt coming back to Atlanta.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a Brian
Mm.
Norman. That's a
curveball.
Brian Norman.
Curveball.
That's a Brian Norman supporter.
Wow, shout out. Okay. That was it. No more. Hey, they all can't be your fans. You know, you got to make some
Absolutely, that's the way
believers.
this
You got to
is.
make some believers.
Yeah. That's the game. It's all right.
But let everybody know your social media and where they can find you. And we appreciate you coming on, champ.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I'm just on Instagram, Giovani Santillan. You'll find me.
All
And tune
right.
in May 18th. It's going to be a great night.
There you have it. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen,